let's talk about Jurassic Park, the book that not only made dinosaurs cool again, but also made us question if we should play God with a mosquito and some amber. Published in 1990, Michael Crichton's novel combined cutting-edge science, thrilling storytelling, and enough ethical dilemmas to make your head spin faster than a velociraptor in a revolving door. This isn't just a story about dinosaurs running amok, it's a cautionary tale that's as relevant today as it was over 30 years ago. Spoiler alert, hubris doesn't end well, ever. So here's the setup. John Hammond, a billionaire entrepreneur with the moral compass of a weather vane in a tornado, decides it's a great idea to build a dinosaur theme park. But not your average roller coasters and overpriced snacks kind of park. This one features real, live dinosaurs cloned from ancient DNA. Because, when has mixing capitalism and science ever gone wrong? To give his theme park, some credibility, Hammond invites a group of experts. Dr. Alan Grant, a no-nonsense paleontologist, Dr. Ellie Sattler, a compassionate and resourceful paleobotanist, and Ian Malcolm, a chaos theorist who shows up in all black and delivers prophetic one-liners like he's auditioning for the role of Doomsayer of the Year. Hammond also brings along his grandchildren, Tim and Lex, to add some childlike wonder to the whole dinosaurs might eat you experience. Rounding out the guest list are a lawyer, because lawsuits are inevitable, and Dennis Nedry, a programmer who might as well have betrayal stamped on his forehead. What could possibly go wrong? Oh right, everything. Now the science. Crichton had a knack for making complicated concepts sound simple enough for your cousin who still thinks the Earth is flat. The cloning process? It's all about extracting dinosaur DNA from mosquitoes trapped in amber. Is it scientifically possible? Not really. But does it sound cool enough to make you believe it? Absolutely. Then there's chaos theory, courtesy of Ian Malcolm, who reminds everyone constantly that nature is unpredictable. Systems fail, and you can't control life. He's like that friend who crashes every party just to remind you that happiness is fleeting, but you love them anyway because they're right. Of course, things fall apart faster than Hammond's PR strategy. The dinosaurs, unbothered by park security, decide it's their turn to run the show. Cue thrilling chase scenes, terrifying encounters, and a lot of people realizing too late that resurrecting apex predators was maybe not the best idea. It's not just about surviving the rampaging T-Rex or outsmarting the cunning velociraptors, it's about grappling with the moral disaster that is Hammond's brainchild. And let's not forget the themes. Crichton was basically shaking his fist at humanity and saying, stop trying to control nature, it's going to bite back, literally. Hammond's hubris is a big neon sign warning us about the dangers of arrogance. He's so blinded by the idea of what he can do that he never stops to ask if he should. Spoiler, he shouldn't. Meanwhile, corporate greed slithers in through characters like Nedry, who sabotages the park for money, and Gennaro, the lawyer more concerned with profits than, survival. Despite the chaos, there are moments of awe. The first time the characters see a brachiosaurus, it's like watching magic come to life. But Crichton doesn't let you revel in that wonder for long, because right around the corner is something trying to eat you. It's like life's biggest lesson in Jurassic form. Beauty and terror, hand in claw. Now about the characters. They're more than just dino snacks waiting to happen. Alan Grant is the grounded scientist who loves dinosaurs but probably prefers them fossilized. Ellie Sattler is the practical, compassionate voice of reason who deserves way more credit than she gets. And Ian Malcolm? He's chaos theory in human form, dropping existential truth bombs with a side of snark. John Hammond, on the other hand, is the kind of guy who would break into a zoo just to ride the lions. He's well-meaning but so deeply flawed that his downfall feels inevitable and a little satisfying. Let's talk about the book versus the movie. Spielberg's 1993 adaptation is a masterpiece of spectacle, no question. But while the movie leans into wonder and adventure, the book dives headfirst into ethical debates and darker themes. Hammond, for instance, is a far more sympathetic character on screen. In the book, let's just say you wouldn't trust him to babysit your hamster. The movies that followed the original film went all in on action and popcorn thrills, but they left behind the thought-provoking questions that made the book unforgettable. So if you've only seen the movies, you're missing out on the intellectual meat. And I don't mean T-Rex food. What makes Jurassic Park timeless is how eerily relevant it still feels. Crichton was way ahead of his time, raising questions about genetic engineering and ethics long before CRISPR made it a dinner table topic. The book asks, just because we can do something, does it mean we should? And who gets to decide? In a world where tech is advancing faster than most can keep up, these are questions we're still wrestling with today. And let's not ignore the environmental angle. Humanity's arrogance in trying to control nature is biting us back harder than a hungry raptor. Climate change, biodiversity loss, it's all there. Crichton was basically shouting into the void, respect nature or it will eat you. Turns out, he wasn't kidding. In the end, Jurassic Park isn't just about dinosaurs. It's about us, our ambitions, our flaws, and our constant tendency to overreach. It's a gripping, thrilling, and at times terrifying reminder of the power of nature and the limits of human control. Whether you're revisiting the book or cracking it open for the first time, it's a wild ride that's as thought-provoking as it is entertaining. And if nothing else, it'll make you think twice the next time someone suggests bringing extinct species back to life. Let's just leave the dinosaurs in the past, okay? They had their shot.